Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Joe, and honestly, this is the best day of my every week. It's the highlight of my every week, and yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. Today, we are honored. Honestly, I'm just so excited, and it has taken a long time to get this one set up because you'll just know why, right? Best smile on the internet today, guaranteed. Coming from a transformational leader who's, I think, redefining what it means to building pathways to opportunities in technical education. So please welcome Dr. Sunem Beaton Garcia, president of Chippewa Valley Technical College. Thanks for joining us on the show, Sunem.
Thank you, Joe. It's so wonderful to finally be here with you, my neighbor right across the aisle there.
The
It's
river, yes, we share a bordering river. So students have commenced, right?
yes,
Summer experiences are in full swing.
that's right.
What's it like right now to be you, boss?
Ugh, well, I'm a little exhausted because we had quite the year, and our halls are a little, quiet. We have year-round classes, so we're always something's happening here, and certainly the staff is working hard. But some of our students are in travel abroad programs. Some of them are taking some time off to be with their families because, Joe, you and I are here in the Midwest, and summers are precious.
Yes, they
And
are.
so many of our students are taking time to be with their families right now. So a little slower, but we're planning the fall, and it's going to be amazing and just as fast paced as it always is.
Moving probably from the urgent and important to the just important things and less urgent, that planning space of how
Reflection.
yes, planning and reflection, evaluation, all of that. Before we really jump into that's just the fun space, I gotta start with something that kinda made me chuckle. So I was reading about your journey, from growing up in sunny South Florida, right?
Right.
What do you miss most about the Venice of America, right?
I miss the
Fort
people. I
Fort
miss
Lauderdale, yes.
yeah.
Um, to leading a college, like you said, in Wisconsin, beautiful this time of the year, but winter temps, I'm not sure what your record is so far, but that's a quite a climate adjustment, my friend.
Well, the temperatures might be cool, but the hearts are warm, and that's good enough for me. Put a good coat on and you're set to go. I do miss my colleagues and my friends and family from Florida, of
Yeah.
course. Don't miss the high temperatures and the heat. And we have beaches here too in Wisconsin. They just look a little different. But this college is easy to love, and so is the people in the community. And so I
Mm.
couldn't be happier to be here.
So good. I told you earlier that your energy is just off the charts, and I can't imagine how fun it would be to work in a place that is building the type of culture that is all about the people and but you're serving in a complex region, I think, as CVTC serves like 10 or 11 counties and
That's
from
accurate. Yes, 11 counties,
from Western
61 high
Wisconsin to
schools.
the suburbs of where I'm at in the Twin Cities,
That's right.
the heart of the Dairyland to some
That's right.
hubs in technology. How in the world do you define what your program offerings ought to be in such a vastly diverse
Yeah.
community?
So we have 11 campuses, spread out. In Eau Claire, we have several, very disaggregated, which is different than what I experienced in Florida, where we had more of a closed campus.
Right, right.
But it's wonderful to be in all these communities, and each campus has its own culture and feel, and that's how it should be. They should know they're at CBTC, but it looks like them. And so some of our communities are more centered towards professional growth and learning. Getting to do some of the things that are more of an enhancement because maybe we have more retirees. And in some areas, we just have so much growth in manufacturing, agriculture, healthcare. And so we really tailor the programs for those communities.
Okay. I wonder if that kind of reflects. I've always been amazed by the Wisconsin education system where many of the universities also have those central focus themes, right? Where
Right.
this might be the educational college in Wisconsin. And so you've figured out what the need more the specific needs are in every community and you programmed
That's right.
commensurate to those needs.
And to your
Interest
point, the universities are wonderful partners to us.
right?
I'm the only technical college of the 16 that has 3 UWs, 3 University of Wisconsin colleges, universities in my region, and each is very different. I have a polytechnic, the only one in Wisconsin, which
Wow.
relates so well to our programs. And then we have a more of a liberal arts one here in Eau Claire. And then we have one that focuses on agriculture and manufacturing out River Falls. And so each one very different, wonderful transfer institutions. We have an embarrassment of riches here on the Northwest side.
An embarrassment of riches. Did you catch that, folks? You cared. Yeah, that that your story is absolutely remarkable, and if we could get personal here for a
Of
minute, you
course.
came to the United States as a five-year-old,
I
right?
did.
Yeah,
I
from
did.
Cuba.
From
Yeah,
cool. That's
in
right.
the boat lift in, I think, the year that we won some big hockey game, I think in 1980, right? The Miracle on I well, the Miracle on wow, on boat, arriving at night in your PJs,
You really did your reading, Joe.
without a
Yes,
chance
I
really to
did.
say goodbye to any I can't imagine and then going on to get your doctoral degree and becoming a university or a college president, that's an extraordinary, like, Netflix worthy story, Sunem. How has that personal experience in just navigating new systems, learning new languages, and overcoming barriers, and all of those things, now to serving students that are doing much the same? How does that translate into your world?
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack there. So, um, arriving at such a young age and in a way that albeit a little bit traumatic, not very different than so many of our students who have their own stories. Not to take away from anyone else's experiences, but mine in particular really shaped my life and my trajectory as far as education is concerned. Arriving to the United States, my parents, who were very young, went to a technical college to learn English. And so it was the community college, technical college of that community. In the 80s, there wasn't the ELL programs and the things that we have today. And so I learned English with Mr. Rogers. I was wondering what that man was saying with the shoes. I learned by really being immersed, but also realizing the struggle my parents went through to try to acclimate to a new country. Um, Colleges, universities, education in general have shaped my life and my career and has helped us acclimate to our country here. Being in this role, I see our students, I hear them, I've been in their shoes, and they belong here with us. And so having me be a visible person in their lives has allowed them to feel more connected to our country and also education and the opportunities that we have here that are so very different than anywhere
Good.
else.
So good. So good. Thank you. Thanks for just allowing me to go to that level
Of course.
with you. I think, our students are desiring more and more authenticity from the office of the president, and you're just showing up. You're just showing up.
Well,
Another
Joe,
int
I
Go
wasn't
ahead.
always this vulnerable, you know? For
Yeah.
a long time, I really didn't talk about this
Mm,
because where I lived in South Florida, everybody had my story. We all had similar struggles. And not that I didn't think I really didn't think about it. But moving to Wisconsin where folks didn't know me, I really had to craft that and think about how I was going to articulate who I am, why I'm here, why education matters to me. And so it was a unique opportunity to really tell that story. And I have found that I have connected more than ever with students. And so being in a different place sometimes gives you a different perspective and allows you to kind of shine a light in areas of your life that you really hadn't really thought that much about.
mm. You would definitely be in the organic section. Highly valuable, all natural, just love it. And maybe even related to this, I'm thinking about the adults in your community who have many of them have maybe just written off
Mm.
higher education. I read just some of the demographics. Many, 40%, give or take, are coming to you with a high school education, or the communities that you serve are largely not college educated. So, but I've read some research that says by the age of 45, we kind of become habitual constructs. We don't change a whole lot. So, how do you get the attention, especially to those adults that are maybe thinking college isn't for people like me?
Sure, that's a great question. The educational attainment of my region has a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of folks with just some college, and what we really want them is to have a credential that they could have economic mobility for their families. And sometimes they just need to change their career. Perhaps they've been in a particular field and now want to do something different. Perhaps that first choice was made for them, and now they want to pursue their passion. And so, really connecting our students with their programs and knowing that our philosophy here at CBTC is hands on learning. And what that really means is project based learning. So, day one, if you're in IT, you get a server. You don't know what to do with it. But you get a server. You're
Wow.
touching it, right? If you are in our animal science program or horticulture, you're out in the farms. Day one, you come to campus, there's nobody there. They're on the farms with the animals, with the program. And sure, eventually they're going to come in and take out those textbooks and have some of that more traditional way of getting information. But right away, we're connecting with the subject matter. And I think that really also appeals not just to young people, but folks that maybe are the untraditional age, as they say. I don't know what that means. I think education's for everyone. We have
I
lots of
agree.
on ramps and off ramps. We're always learning. So I'm not sure what non traditional means, but
I'm a non-traditional student.
that's right.
I
That's right.
woke up this morning saying, "I'm not quite sure," right?
But that really appeals to folks. I want to do this work. Well, what does that look like? And so having that type of learning, and that's for all of our programs, not just our occupational programs. Graphic design, they're in the lab the first day. So all of these programs provide that opportunity to be inquisitive, curious, playful, and really immerse themselves in the material in which they are passionate about or growing passion for.
There is a, symbolic reference to just what your last sentence, the curious, the playful, your new mascot.
That's right,
Huh?
Ollie.
The river
Have you
otter?
seen Ollie?
How long did it take and how many committees did how many, Keurig cups of coffee did it take to come up with the river otter? How unique.
Thank you for that. Ollie has brought us so much joy.
Ollie.
We
Ollie.
That's right.
That's
We
amazing.
are tribes. We gravitate to things that we can all be a part of and experience. And college life is no different. And so we knew that we needed a symbol of who we are, what we could rally around, what we could have fun with, what we can have representation. And it took about a year. Our marketing department, who is amazing, nationally recognized for all of their amazing work, really leverage the community, our alumni, and our current students to figure out what this looked like. And they really went deep with all kinds of symbolism. They didn't just pick out a few things, they really had a method. And it was transformative to see how excited this community got to see this mascot be unveiled. I was in a very small town visiting a um, a school system superintendent
Okay.
and ran into an elderly man. He's about 80 years old. And he said to me, "You know, I have all these different degrees. I have a few from your school. And now I'm a proud river otter." He's 80 years old, So we all want to be a part of something. And Joe, maybe you look back in your educational career and you identify with a particular mascot as well, more so than the name of the school. Right. And so giving that gift to our alumni, to our current staff, our students, we're all enjoying Ollie so very much. And it's just a symbol of that curiosity, that playfulness, which is how we envision education and how we want to provide that experience for our students.
Yeah, so good. So, yeah, my high school mascot was a robust, seed-eating bird. I don't know. It didn't want me it caused me to paint my face and, go out and just conquer, but
A seed eating
it's
bird.
the
Got it.
seed-eating bird, yes, yes, but I think you get it. I mean, a system leader who understands how important symbolism is. I've had the not great fortune, as a school superintendent of closing a few high schools in my and the hardest thing to part with was you're not gonna mess with our symbols.
That's right.
So and you are beginning that journey now, and it's going to be emblematic. It
Yes.
is emblematic today. The 80-year-old man had said that it's that important.
So
What I
proud.
appreciate as a strategic leader, and don't you dare ever do this. If I ever look at your webpage and see otter, these are our core values, and it starts with the O, and then we have the T. Yeah, yeah. Don't take it to that level because that's not that brilliant mind that you have. Your strategic plan, it is rich in promising opportunities for students and, technical education. The skills sets that students need today. I mean, the half life on those things are just burning up. So we have to stay really sharp and really in tune. How are you staying that sharp and in tune with your partners in your communities to help them really inform what it is that you're delivering for your students in real time?
Yeah, so moving at the speed of business is
Mm,
challenging for large institutions, but we know that every credit has to articulate to a workforce skill. You have to be able to get a job with what I'm offering you. And so that's really important. And we realize that our advisory boards are critical. Our advisory boards are robust. They're not just a group of people that give us their opinion. They actually have a decision making capability for curriculum, for materials. We've actually been able to shorten programs, move things around very quickly because that's what that industry needs. And we can do that in real time because we have local accountability with a local board. I have a board of trustees that allows me here in Wisconsin to make quick changes to
mm.
curriculum and to stay on top of what is needed. We have a very fast moving world. Every day we get up and there's something different going on. And I need to stay ahead, not even on pace, in
Right.
order for me to be really effective for providing the skilled workforce that we need here in Wisconsin.
A horizon leader, one that understands what is on not just in front of me, but on the next
That's right.
horizon and being able to make those important decisions to shape the world that is not quite yet, but you see it coming. It is
Future of
coming.
work.
Yeah, I love that moving at the speed of business. That might actually just be the title for this thing altogether. But so many exciting things at CBTC. What are some of the things that really excite you the most as you look at your strategic direction, your strategic plan, and how all of that is rolling forward? So 5 years from now, what is success going to look like for Sunem and CBTC?
So our programs have to continue to be workforce relevant. You need to be able to find jobs with all of our offerings, short-term credentials, everything that we have. More and more students are choosing to start with us and transfer to other institutions. So we are becoming more comprehensive. When I started 4 years ago, probably 25%. We're inching towards 30, 40% of our
Wow.
students are coming and wanting to transfer. And so we're really looking at making sure that that process is seamless. We have some challenges. Our state wasn't built for transfer, but I have wonderful partners who are helping us shape that, and we've made some great strides in doing so. And another thing that I'd like to be able to see in the next 5 years is the growth of our open academic resources, and that means our OER textbooks. We have about 15 of them. We've saved families about $6 million this year from textbooks that are created by our faculty and being used all over our state, all over the country, and even internationally. These
Oh,
are,
wow.
yes,
So just for a person that doesn't understand that, so is it like a downloadable type of
yes,
resource that is
yes.
free to the learner?
Free to the student. We started with nursing because it's one of our more, rigorous and expensive programs, and so we've been able to really, make school even more affordable. We want to make sure that all learners have access to quality education, and sometimes a textbook can be just as expensive, as the actual course itself, and so my hope is then within the next 5 years, every program has at least one open educational textbook, so that students can download their materials without any cost. And we that is a heavy lift because some of these books are pretty heavy and they come with ancillary text. Online simulations. It's not just a textbook, it's the entire educational experience. And we've been able to do that through grants, so open educational grants. And so we're really thankful for at the federal level as well as state level for the investment in CBTC. We continue to lead the way in our state with these, with the help of the faculty from all over our technical college system as we create these textbooks. So we're really excited. We started with nursing, now we have them in math and other areas. And so I would love to be able to offer at least one course in every program in the next 5 years with these textbooks.
Modeling away, cornerstone of democracy, so many good things, but at the same time, there's just continuing immense pressure, right?
Mm.
all campus leaders, technical college leaders right now, changing workforce demographics and demands, right? Student debt load, and yeah, some of those demographic shifts as well. Obviously, the just the funky politics and political tensions around education. You have navigated many of those complex transitions prior to CVTC and in modern day, right? So for the listener, the fellow educational leader listening in right now, feeling a bit overwhelmed, I
Mm,
had a conversation with somebody that you know yesterday, and it went from okay, are you weary, which is yeah, or just kind of tired,
mm.
to sometimes that triggers into wary, like, "I'm not sure if I'm cut out for this anymore," and that's a point where it just we all just need to stand up a little taller and go, "Whew, what do we need to do?" So, for those that might be struggling with some of those variables right now, that they're managing, what encouragement, Sunem, would you, share with them? Maybe any wisdom for the road?
Yeah, so I would tell you that we need to focus on what we are trying to get accomplished and know that we can do anything, but we can't do everything. And so
So
you're going to be really weary if you're trying to do it all. So pick what it is that you're trying to do and focus your energy on the things that you can accomplish and know that education, libraries, uh, all these different institutions and have changed over time, but we're still here and we will continue to be here serving the community. And so there's always times when they say, well, this is the death knell of whatever. That's not the case. We're going to continue this work. It may look a little different, but that just means that we're evolving and staying current with the times and what is needed from us. And so, if we can ground ourselves in that, and that the work and the purpose of our work is important, it is needed in our communities, and that we need to continue to evolve, then we won't be scared of change. And then we also know that we're a small piece as individuals of this puzzle, and what is it that we're going to focus on? What is going to be our legacy? What is going to be our life's work? And then focus on that. Focus on that.
Again, that horizon stuff, not necessarily head down, but head up, looking at mission and purpose, and sometimes having the courage to be disliked by others that aren't necessarily aligning with, some of the decisions that
Yeah.
we're making today as well. We don't need any more leaders in the president's office. We need more of the right kind, like we have right here. This this amazing human that we all have the chance to listen into. We're coming in for a landing. Just thank you for modeling the way in so many ways, Sindem. Any final thoughts before we go?
Joe, keep giving folks the mic. We need to hear from everyone. There's so many people doing such amazing work, and we all get energy from each other. So, kudos to you for highlighting the work and talking to leaders across the country. We're listening, and we're supporting you as well.
Ah, love it. So, this has been the show reminding you that education isn't just about skills training, right? It's about building pathways to opportunities for economic mobility for every and all learners. Until next time, keep your dukes up, folks. Peace and press on.